Hello, everybody. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Global Bitcoin Festival Bitcoin Update video. Yeah, welcome, everybody. Hello. Well, my name is Richard Tan. I'm greeting from paradise, otherwise known as Singapore. Today, we have many friends here. Yes, I can see many of my friends are in here from many countries, from Manchester, Malaysia, Singapore, Germany, and so many different countries, different cities. Welcome, everybody. Now, what happened to the crypto market? Is Bitcoin on track to hit 100,000 this year and another all-time high? Are we looking at another Bitcoin wave? This will be the main question we are going to ask Dr. Clemen Chiang today. Yeah, my name is Richard Tan from Success Resources. We are the world leading education provider. During the pre-COVID time, Success Resources, we run over 550 events a year in 30 countries and 70 cities. Now, every week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we'll do an update of the Bitcoin situation, the market in this video here. Now, every Friday, it will be in Mandarin. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, it will be English. Yeah. So this live stream is on Facebook and YouTube, and we will be making video talking about cryptocurrency investing. So if this is a topic that you like to learn more about, make sure you subscribe to the channel, give a thumbs up and the notification so that whenever we have a new video, you will be the first to know. Now, I'm very delighted to bring my friend, Dr. Clemen Chiang, to the program. He is an authority in financial investing and also a well-known teacher and coach in the art of wealth creation. Now, Dr. Clemen has many thousands and thousands of students. Now, he's a teacher and coach, and he has taught students all over the world. So welcome, Dr. Clemen.
Welcome, Richard. What a great way to start the week. I'm so happy and honored to be invited back to the program. And thank you for having me, Richard.
Yeah. So is Bitcoin on track to another all-time high? And are we looking at another Bitcoin wave? So this will be the question we'll be asking you today. Now, first, the first issue to discuss right here today is the US infrastructure. This is I think 1.2 trillion infrastructure bill that's happening right now in the US. The bill initiated, the crypto part of the bill initiated by Janet Yellen, the Treasury Office, to regulate crypto activity, especially on the tax part of it, by insisting that broker is to be responsible to submit tax detail to the government. Now, many US crypto supporters are afraid that because there is no clear definition of broker, which means that it can mean anybody and everybody that has to do with crypto. Yeah, and it makes it more difficult to be involved in crypto. Now, Dr. Clemen, what is your view whether this bill, right, will affect the price of Bitcoin, or like everything else in the past, Bitcoin is not controlled by any single country, not even China or US. Will this thing be soon blow over? What is your thought, Dr. Clemen?
Wow, Richard, that's a great description of what has transacted over the past few days since we done our last video together. And you have hit it really sharp and succinct to the point what exactly this infrastructure bill is going to help us. And I use the word help us because finally, holy moly, we got clarity on the direction of the regulation. So there are three major takeaways that I hope all of our viewers will learn from today's lesson. Step number one, what exactly is this infrastructure bill came about? Because of President Joe Biden. Back then, when he was running the race against former President Donald Trump, he called out for lots of stimulus. And one of the biggest stimulus that he was preaching about is the greatest infrastructure in the entire history of America. So what you're seeing right now, everybody, is the fulfillment of his promise to his electors, thereby pushing for 1 trillion infrastructure bill. This is step one. Now, how are you going to come up with the money to finance a $1 trillion infrastructure bill? This is where step 2 kicks into motion right over here. It includes a stricter tax reporting, requirements for cryptocurrency transactions to help pay for the various programs. So they are making of everyone in the cryptocurrency space to finance the step 1 of his infrastructure bill, which is tabled at $1 trillion. So we covered 2 very important points here, but as we kind of go down this very important article, straight off, we can see right here, CNBC kind of portray electric vehicle as the forefront of the infrastructure bill, leading to clean energy and anything that's going to build the key infrastructure for America in the next century. So I'm going to kind of scroll down here. This is the most important salient point regards to our community of viewers right here today. Crypto tax reporting. And as you have shared, Richard, clearly we need a very, very clear line drawn to differentiate who needs to be regulated. So finally, both parties, from Republicans, Democrats, they come together and trash it out. They agree that they're going to zoom in just on crypto exchanges. And this is the part. It is no different from the way we have banking relationships. It is no different from the way that we have our stockbroking platform, whereby the exchanges already know about us. That's known as KYC, know your customer. There's also a second part that's called AML, anti-money laundering. So this has already been done in the banking sector, in the stockbroking sector. Right now, they're bringing it into the cryptocurrency sector, and thereby it's no different. The only clear difference is the crypto exchanges will come under severe regulation. So they cannot monkey around anymore. No more. Gone were the days of the Wild Wild West, whereby they can take in any Tom, Dick, and Harry from any country or jurisdiction. That's the reason why the Americans want to move the money back into the soil of United States of America. So this is really all about language. And there were so many parties, kind of canvassing for the politician to help the cause of crypto traders. That's why the language cannot be all-encompassing. And as a result, they have to clearly define, hey, what do you actually mean by the terminology called brokers? Does it mean someone who has a wallet is defined as a broker? Does it mean an engineer who is developing the keynotes is defined as a broker? No. Right now, they zoom into this. This is a platform whereby you facilitate transactions, buy, sell activities. You will fall under this broker's umbrella. So, Richard, to kind of sum it up, 3 very, very great news. Finally, we have clarity that crypto traders is going to finance the $1 trillion infrastructure bill proposed by President Joe Biden. Number 2, because of this clarity, we zoom in with the new crypto provision. This crypto provision gives everyone a time to kind of say, wow, finally, guess what? The law is supporting us. It's going to give us legitimacy. And finally, the third part is it's only the crypto exchanges that we are talking about. But I want to really highlight to everybody, while this debate is going on, holy moly, I want to show you something really, really shocking, Richard. And here we go. This is the price of Bitcoin while they were fighting it out, debating, and finally, you know what? Come down to an all-time high of 46,000 from a low of 37,333, shot up to here. It means that we have successfully defended the price of Bitcoin while they are debating on the law. And that is great news, Richard.
Wow. President Biden probably had to really, really help crypto in order to get the money from crypto investor, right, to fund his infrastructure. Now, we have touched on this subject a couple of weeks ago. That is the death cross, right? When the 50-day exponential moving average crossing below the 200-day exponential moving average, we say this is a death cross, and supposedly it's a doomsday for Bitcoin. Price will drop and going to wipe out many faint-hearted people. Now, then there is what we call the golden cross, which is the opposite of the death cross. Now, question for you, Dr. Clemen, is that how far are we to the golden cross? And if it does happen, based on historical data, what will happen? Now, otherwise, do you have another opinion that when the golden cross come about, what will be the situation of Bitcoin?
That's a great question, Richard. You mentioned the death cross, you mentioned the golden cross, and there's a one missing word that brings them together, and that's called resurrection.
Okay, resurrection, okay.
And the resurrection is what I'm going to show all of our viewers right now. So this is the Bitcoin chart, all right? And, you know, I really need to kind of zoomed in to the minute details because some of my students are coming to me and drawing the wrong moving averages. So I want to highlight to everyone how to go about drawing the correct indicators so that you can witness firsthand the death cross as well as the golden cross, and in the middle of it all, the resurrection. Here we go. Step one, we go to this place here called indicators, all right? Now in this place here called indicators, I click on it, and then what I really want to select is the moving average. This is really important. Not exponential moving average, but just simple moving average.
Okay. Thank you. I got it wrong. Okay. Simple moving average. Okay.
So the way to go about drawing the simple moving average, we always think about traffic light, red, green, blue. So we start off with red. 50, we have to change this color to red and click save. So you have a red line, which is representing the 50-day simple moving average. Then green is the 200-day. So I'm going to change right over here. You can see right over here, I change it to 200. And here we go. And remember red, green, blue? So you will change it to green. And I click save. So right now I've established the 50-day and the 200-day. And here we go. We're going to study what it means to have the death cross and the golden cross. Step one, right over here, when the 50-day moves down and crosses below the 200-day, the red crosses below the green, this is known as the death cross. And we can see why is it called a death cross, because from that point onwards, the candles or the price of Bitcoin start to go down. All right? So this is step one. Now we identify where is the golden cross. The golden cross is where the 50-day red line will cross above the green line. Red line crosses above the green line. So we kind of do our mini projection. This is the red line. And if everything goes well, it will probably cross somewhere around here. And that is the point we establish as the golden cross. Now, anything that's in between them, this is the part where we call it the resurrection, from dead to alive. Okay. And what are the signals to understand where's the resurrection? And this is where I'm going to bring out a very important article, and that is from Tom Lee of Fundstrat. Now, he is predicting that Bitcoin will hit 100,000 by year end. But one of the most important message he's sending to his high net worth clients, and that is this. He's saying that there is a golden rule in Bitcoin trading. And let me highlight to all of us here, right over here. All right. And Bitcoin price broke 46,000 on Monday, its highest level since the middle of May. And Fundstrat Global Advisors believes that the digital coin could soar to 100,000 by year end. Now, based on what thesis? Bitcoin has surpassed its 200-day moving average, and Fundstrat says now is the time to buy. So I take this article, we go back to our chart right here, and ladies and gentlemen, here we go, mama. And what we are looking at is the most important point right here, whereby the candles have gone above the green line of the 200-day simple moving average. And this, in the perspective of Tom Lee, is the clearest signal we should go in right now and buy. Now, I want to give even much more clarity to that. That gives us exactly the price of $45,000. If you can get it at $45,000 or below, that is the best signal that you ride along with Tom Lee's prediction, hovering all the way to above $100,000. And that's the reason why this chart is so important to us, Richard, because everybody in the world, especially the technicians, they are always looking at the very strong, simple moving average of the 200-day indicator. Back to you, Richard.
Now that you mentioned Tom Lee, I read a little bit about him also. Yeah, that when he made a wild prediction in 2020, it did not happen. Now this time around, he made a prediction that the Bitcoin price will go to 100,000 this year. Now, Dr. Clemen, can you explain to us, ordinary people, yeah, what is his basis, right? I mean, like, what basis did he say that he's going to go to 100,000 so that we can understand?
All right, there are three things to take away. And again, Richard, that's a great question. Let me share with all of you, the listeners and the viewers, one very important indicator. And I call this the CNBC guest indicator, GUEST. Who do they invite to go live on CNBC? And let me tell all of you guys out there, Tom Lee is a hot favorite. Now, he's consistently re-invited back to CNBC, in fact, to front the committee. Now, the committee is known as a part of the program whereby they invite different experts, 4 to 5 of them, sitting together in the same TV channel to present their trading ideas for the day. But Tom Lee is even higher than the committee. He is the one that's invited back to challenge the committee's thinking. And that's the reason why this guy is so influential. So this is the first indicator. How often does CNBC invite the same person back to the TV station to lead the committee's discussion? Tom Lee is a hot favorite. Okay. Indicator number one. Indicator number two, because of the fact that he represents so many high net worth clients and of his background, he is able to influence all this big money entering into the scene. So that's the reason why when he sent an investor note to his own investors, at the same time, he will send a parallel note to the major TV channels like CNBC and letting them know, hey, this is what I'm telling my clients right now. Are you interested in my story? And the moment the CNBC editor picks up the story and say, yes, I want you on live, come on board for the TV interview and share your thesis. Then the third indicator is he put out a thesis, and the last time around, he was so accurate. He put out a thesis to buy FANG stocks, Facebook, Amazon, Netflix, and Google. Straight away, within 1 month, the stock price of the 4 stocks went up. He also put out a thesis on energy. He said energy stocks right now is going to start spiking up because we expect the price of energy, the oil price to hit about $100 per barrel, and straight away energy stocks went up. Right now, he's telling the whole world, holy moly, what is he telling the whole world? That by end of this year, we are heading for a big win. And I'm going to bring out this very important article. This is just like covered in the last 48 hours. And here we go. Check this out. Why everything is expected to be on a big rally. This is a really big and loud statement right now, just coming out on National Day, 9th of August, why he expects an everything rally. He is so bullish about the market right now. And is this true or not? Very simple. What we do, we go back and take a look at the Dow Jones Index. And here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Dow Jones Index. As you can see, it is at the highest point right now. Historical 200 years highest point at 35,264. So ladies and gentlemen, this is mind-blowing stuff. Thank you so much for asking this, Richard.
Thank you so much, Dr. Clemen, for simplifying all the noise in the market into simple words that we all can understand. Now, I am very passionate about Bitcoin. Once I began to understand what is this all about, the whole concept behind storage of value, etc. Now, because of this, we are organizing the Global Bitcoin Festival this October. Now, it's a gathering of industrial expert and enthusiastic committee, to update, to promote, to educate the adoption of Bitcoin. It is a movement. Now, it is a movement, and I would like to announce this so that any one of you that are interested to join the Global Bitcoin Festival, to join this movement, right? So as to be educated, so as to encourage other people to get into the adoption of Bitcoin. Do join our Global Bitcoin Festival this October. There's a link in the chat group that you can sign up to get to know more about this festival. And also, if you have friends who want to know more, you can also forward our Monday, Wednesday, Friday link to them so that they can also be updated on this subject of cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. So now I come to another question for Dr. Clemen. We're talking about the present all the time. So now we are talking a little bit about the past and about the future. Now I want to look at 12 years behind and move forward 3 or 4 years ahead. Now that is what I'm going to talk about, is the 4-year Bitcoin halving, right? Now this is a brilliant idea that Satoshi Nakamoto has put into the Bitcoin algorithm. Now, historically, after halving, Bitcoin price was surged up. And there's a few halving already. So there's a recent Bitcoin halving chart by Plan B that predict that Bitcoin price will surely hit 100,000. Now, Dr. Clemen, how do you interpret the Bitcoin Plan B chart for us?
Wow, and that's a really powerful question to begin with, Richard, because we've gone through 3 halvings already. The last one was on 12th of May, dated year 2020. And that was the 3rd halving. I mobilized my community to trade Bitcoin live with me on that day itself. On that day, I put in about $250,000 and I went in 5 times, each time buy $50,000 worth of Bitcoin. And the average price that we are getting back then was about $8,000 per coin. So I'm going to switch the screen right now and help everybody understand why this Bitcoin halving is so important to the work of Plan B in predicting the price of Bitcoin into the future. So step 1, the very first halving that took place, you minus 4, 2020 minus 4, and that's 2016. 2016 minus 4, and that's 2012.
2012, yeah.
All right. And we always count on day 1 of the halving, not day 2, not week 2 or month 3. No, always on the very precise date itself. So the first halving, when we measure from the first day of the halving, within less than 1 year, Bitcoin shot up 92x. That's 92x. Called 9,200% up in 1 year. So remember the first magical number, we call it 92x. Then the second halving, which took place in 2016, within 1 year, the price of Bitcoin shot up 29x. 29x, that's 2,900% in 1 year's time. So the way to go about remembering this is called 9229. 9229, and this is your lucky 4D number of the day. And then because of this, between 29x to 92x kind of return, they are postulating that for the 3rd halving, we should land somewhere in between. And that's the reason why Plan B arrived at a prediction of 135,000, the worst case scenario, all right? So it must happen between 29x to 92x. And the 3rd halving right now, we have already gone through more than 1 year. But the great news is this: compared to the first and the second halving, we have so much more being done in the history of Bitcoin right now compared to the past. What is the meaning of done? Number 1, do we have regulators all over the world looking at this problem right now? Yes, with the United States of America taking the first lead. Number 2, do we have interest from institutional investors taking interest into Bitcoin right now? Yes, we have MicroStrategy, we have Square, we have so many of the sovereign wealth funds including multi-billion dollars, trillion dollars funds buying to Bitcoin. Number 2, done. Number 3, right now, the only big question mark is the Bitcoin ETF, exchange traded fund. We are waiting for the approval right now, and the entire floodgate will be open. But while waiting for Bitcoin ETF to take place for its approval, what has happened just now? Holy moly, because of the president's rush to get $1 trillion out of the market, he has kind of passed on the law to regulate cryptocurrency, and that is a great news. So, Richard, as you can see, this is how the worst case scenario we can arrive at $135,000 by December 2021.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Well, Dr. Clemen, I'm very passionate about Bitcoin, especially after the interview by Tony Robbins after hearing the interview between Tony Robbins and Michael Saylor. And we are organizing the Global Bitcoin Festival this October. It is a gathering of industrial experts and enthusiastic Bitcoin holder, Bitcoin holder and Bitcoin community to update, promote, educate, and adoption of Bitcoin. Now, what can you say to those who are interested to know about Bitcoin?
Wow. And Richard, when you ask about talk about the Global Bitcoin Festival, my hair will every now and then will stand up, because why? The date is very important to me, and I spoke about this at multiple times. Look at the date right now. Everybody take a look. It's 28 and 29 of October. And everything that we shared today, from Fundstrat Tom Lee saying that, hey, we just crossed above the 200 simple moving average line, and this is the time for rally. All the way to Plan B saying that we should hit about 130,000 price by the end of this year. And everybody is really looking at what time frame? I tell you right now, it is the time frame of November, December. And that's the reason why when Richard and Success Resources put together this magical date called 28, 29 of October, first thing I connect to what dots? 9229. And we have 29 right here. And that will be the start of the rally. Now, let me show you what is the meaning of the start of the rally so that you guys don't miss out. But first of all, in order for you to even be part of this rally, you got to sign up first. Hold on, you're wasting time here watching us. Sign up, go and click on the link, and I'll lead you to the rally right now. Here we go. This is Bitcoin. And let me show you what happened in the year 2017, whereby we are exactly in the same time period, 2829 October. And once you see that, you're going to go like crazy. All right. So I want you to watch right here. Below, this is the date, October. And here is the price of Bitcoin back then. We are in the year 2017, right? And the event will kind of be held on 28, 29, all right? So let me just move a little bit of candle right here, and let's move to the left. Let me show you right now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the villagers. This is 28, 29 of October, 2017. Now, if you join us in this great festival, in these 2 days, what will happen is this. The price of Bitcoin back then was trading at $6,000. Ready? Here we go. Mama! Mama! $6,000, $7,000, $8,000, $10,000. Mama! $17,000. Mama! $19,000. That's why the timing is so important. And we do not want you guys to miss out this one. That's the reason why the Global Bitcoin Festival is going to be a key major milestone event ahead of the big rally of Bitcoin this year.
Wow, thank you, Dr. Clemen. Now, somebody say this, and many of us has no time to make money. Yeah, no time to make money. The reason why we encourage you to join the Global Bitcoin Festival so that you can log in to a community of people that will encourage you, remind you, and demand of you, to get involved in just once in a lifetime opportunity. Now, it's not about just the money, but the community, the power of the community, the energy in the community. So when you sign up for the Global Bitcoin Festival, you are locked into a community that will remind you so that you will never be too busy to take on this amazing opportunity. So the link is below. Get into this community so that you will be in the movement that will create history, not only for you, but for generation to come. So thank you, Dr. Clemen. Thank you, everybody. Now I'm going to open this chat box for a couple of minutes so that you can do your paperwork or you can sign up for the program. But remember, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 2:30, we have this video. And on Friday, it will be in Chinese. So this is Richard Tan. I want to wish you. Let me see what Nikki tried to say. I cannot see Nikki. Remind what? What's that? Okay. So thank you so much. Nikki asked me to remind you all to come back on Friday and bring your friend along. Okay, good. Thank you so much. I wish you well, health, and happiness in your life. See you again on Friday.